Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to start with Python in less than 10 minutes. So let's get started. First, we will start with variables. So to create a variable, all you have to do is decide a name such as items, and then you can just assign a value such as apple. So the apple is a string. You also need to keep in mind that Python is a case sensitive language. That means items with a small I and with big I is absolutely different thing. Also in Python, adding underscore means to add more than one word. So we have three different variables. Let's go ahead and print items. An item just to show you difference. Here, apple and banana are two different things. Let's go ahead and print hello plus item name. Here we combine hello and orange. Next we have a data types. So the first one is the integer, which is just any number. Then we have a string that I showed you earlier. It can be any text inside quotation marks. Then we have booleans, which can be true or false, and then we have lists that are created using square bracket. If we go ahead and print this, you are going to notice that we will get 2024 text true and the list. Let's move on to an example that we want to combine. So let's say name is Carrie and we have string number. So what actually we need to do is convert them into the correct types before combining them. So to do that, we can just go ahead and print name plus string integer. So it's going to convert the integer into string so that we can combine this two texts together. If we remove that string and only write integer, you are going to notice an exception that says we cannot do that. Same thing go for string number. As it is string, we can concatenate Carrie and 22. And if we write it, we will get an exception. Let's move on to math. So we will create two variables. One will be 10 and one will be 5. And to do math in Python, it's very self-explanatory. As you can see, for addition, you need to add plus symbol. For difference, you just need a minus symbol. And to multiply, you need asterisk. To divide, you add a slash. And for power, you just need to add 2 asterisk. And if you will notice that if we print all these, you are going to get a very quick calculator. You will get the values that corresponds to those operators. Next, let's go ahead and create a logic statement. So we are going to use this value 22. Let's pretend we want something to happen. If the age is greater than or equal to 18, we will say print, you can vote. If age is smaller than 18, we can just say you cannot vote. And if it's neither of those, we can go ahead and say invalid age. If we run this, we will get you can vote. Let's say 18. It will say you can vote. And if we write 17, it will say you cannot vote. And the same thing goes with this happy statement. So we typed in if the person is happy. We can write you are happy. Else probably they're not happy. So we will just write you are not happy. So if we play it, it will say you are not happy. And if we set it to true, it will say you are happy. Next, move on to for loop for I in range of 5, which means it's going to loop over the 5 values. We want to print hello, and we can add the comma here and the value of I. So if we print this, you are going to notice hello 0, hello 1, and so on till 4. Because in programming, index always start with 0. So if you actually want that to start 1, you are going to add plus I. So now you get hello 1, hello 2, and so on. But you need to know that it can also work for the list. So we will create a name list. For name and name list, we can print the name. Next, we have a while loop. Let's take I equal to 0. While I is smaller than 5, we will increment the value of I by 1 each time it goes in the loop. And finally, we want to print the value of I. So what should you get? The 5 values printed out just like this. As soon as a statement come false, it's going to exit out the loop. But the reason to use this is because you can create an infinite loop, such as while true, that's never going to be false. And inside here, we're going to type in user input, and that's going to be equal to input. And if a user input is equal to string of 0, and it will print. You are done here. And also going to break. And if we finally play the program, you will notice we can type in the input. So we can type anything. But as soon as we type 0, it will end the program and the program will finish. Moving on to function, all you have to do is use def keyword and just name the function however you like. Of course, I am going to use the underscore naming convention, and this function is only going to be used to say hello to the users. So here we can go ahead and type in print hey there, and we are going to insert the name and say hello. We can type in Lily, and we can also use it again, and we can type in Tom. And when we run the program, it will say, hey there, Lily, and hey there, Tom. So we should also cover as pass. Pretend you have a lot of functions need to create, such as say hello and agree, something such as that. and you don't really have a logic for it yet. So you are going to notice that these are empty. If you run this program, you are going to get an error. But Python has created this keyword that is called pause, which essentially just says there's nothing in here. We accept that, and your program's still going to be able to run this program. And finally, we are going to go over how to use try and except block. So for here, we are going to create an input, and it's going to say enter the number. So now we are going to go ahead and type in try, and we are going to try to print the value plus the integer of number that we get from the user. And if that doesn't work, we are going to print that is not a valid number. So the way it works is it will go into the try. If any exception occur, it will print the exception. If we go ahead and run the program, now we can something like 10, and it's going to print 20. But of course, you write something such as Lily, it will print this is not a valid number and throw an exception. So that's it for this video. I really hope that helped you to get started with Python. Of course, there's a lot to cover, but this was a quick guide for helping you to get started. Thanks for watching.